Hello, so I'm actually back on my 4090 because I think it's time to just test the drivers, test out DLSS 4 and all that, and because I've had a good look at FSR 4 now, so now I plan to have a look at DLSS 4, and I've already seen it in a couple of games, but I just wanted to, now I've actually got FSR 4 fresh in my mind. I want to see the differences. So I thought that'd be quite interesting. So if we go into the Nvidia app, I've overclocked this. It did take me 3 times, which was quite annoying, but I'm not going to get into it because I'm trying to be more positive about Nvidia. Trying to go in there with a fresh mind, but it did take me a couple of times because for some reason it just, as I said, I'm not going to get into it because I've said my piece on that. I prefer doing it in the adrenaline app. Anyway, so we've got Ratchet and Clank, so I'm going to have a look at that, and I have updated it to the preset, the latest preset. So I've done it here, so I'll just do it again. It's the latest. I can't apply it because I've already done it. So we're gonna do that. I'm just gonna compare it to. Now I've got FSR. I did have a look at Ratchet and Clank, and FSR 4 looked very, very decent at 1440p. So this is at 1440p, as you can see here. So we've got all DLSS quality and all that. So let's load up the game. I mean, drivers, I haven't played anything, but seems alright. So, that. Alright, that is too loud, so I'm going to have to turn that down. So, we're going to go into audio. Well, so I've turned it down, but that felt a bit loud. Should be alright. So, yeah, I've already loaded it up briefly, just to apply the settings, but just make sure everything, because I've literally come from the DGPU, so I didn't want anything bugging out with the shaders. But alright, so let's go on that. So this is DLSS 4,
I hope Ratchet had an easier
the
time
transform model.
So, are we going to talk about you
So the image quality, having a look at it.
You did. Looks like you're a natural even in my dimension.
First impressions is it looks very much like FSR 4. It's very sharp. I mean that. Let's have a look at the tail. Yeah, it does look very sharp because I do like a sharp image. It might be a bit overly sharp, to be honest. I mean, it looks alright. Let's have a look at the motion. Yeah, I think that might be a bit overly sharp. But it doesn't, it's not running or anything, so obviously I do like a sharper image, but let me have a look. Alright, so what's happened there? So why can't I change the sharpness on that? Because on the FSR 4 I could change that. I'll put it to 0. Oh, right. So that's what I don't understand. Why you don't get the option with DLSS to adjust the sharpness. You don't with XESS either. Oh, so I wonder why that is. I don't understand that. I don't know. Anyway, I'd say, I mean, yeah, I mean, it might be a slightly overly sharp, but it's alright. I mean, when it becomes a problem is when, like, I can't change the sharpness and it looks too blurry, but I think DLSS source should be sharper. Anyways, again, I'm not trying to be negative, it's just, I find it odd how you can't change the sharpness and stuff. But yeah, I think I'd say it looks pretty good, to be fair. I mean, the first thing I thought is it looks very similar to FSR 4. So it could be a tie in this, really, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I mean, that looks good. And I did notice, I think this is using less VRAM than the AMD card before frame generation. There is something I want to test out. So when I put that on, frame generation. So it's at 11.3. Allocation is 13.5. What's it got FSR? Oh, these stupid fucking Insomniac games. 8.5 wind me up. Insomniac. Why is it only coming up with FSR generation? Frame generation. Oh, these. Right. I mean, I might even check out Spider-Man because I want to see. As I said before, these games, they do not fucking wind me up Insomniac because you got to restart the game because settings bug out. And that happens on the AMD as well. So I don't know what is. Right. So what am I going to have to, I'm probably going to have to put that on. Then I'll have to do it in reverse because I wanted to see how much VRAM that fucking uses when I turn it on. And I remember that. I don't know why. It just. I mean, I'm on DLSS. Why is it showing up with FSR? Frame generation. It's that annoying when you're trying to create content and that happens. Alright, anyway. Right, yeah, you can see it's gone up by a fair bit.
The ship, shall we?
Wait a minute.
Yes. Oh, I hope Ratchet had an easier time building a new Dimensionator.
Alright, so it's gone up to, so it's added at least 1 gigabyte something, isn't it? On there.
I did?
You did.
Right.
Looks like you're a natural even in...
So it's 14.6, 12.5. You got press L's here, have you? Yeah, so there you go.
My dimension.
See, that adds a lot more
Rivet.
when you put frame generation on NVIDIA. So that just proves I wasn't lying. So that proves my point. But then I think NVIDIA used less VRAM in the first place before you. So, but I don't know. I mean, it depends how it's going to work out in the game. So I just think it's quite interesting to see the differences in the VRAM allocation and usage. So yeah, I find that quite interesting. I would try it again, but no, it's probably going to give me FSR frame generation. Yeah, see, I can't even. Nah, whatever. Anyway, that was a decent test. So the other thing I want to look at is The Last of Us Part 2. Just going to have a quick look at DLSS 4 on that. So we go in here. But yeah, I'd say that pretty much a tie. I wasn't sure what the sharpness thing was about. I might even have a look at this as well. Yeah, let's have a look at this. So you got to go here, and that's right. Super resolution, could do that as well. Alright, so that's the latest. Hopefully it don't bug out, because I did install Optiscaler, but I don't think it. I think all Optiscaler does is just update the files to FSR 3.1. But hopefully it just loads up. Well, that's normal. It's going to do that. I've still got this stuff up. Typical, isn't it? Well, that's part of the process, unfortunately, when you change graphics cards from AMD to NVIDIA. Yeah, but that is impressive that, I mean, for me, you're not really, FSR 4 is literally so good for AMD right now. I mean, I'm really impressed that, well, they both look good to me. So DLSS 4 looks great in that, and so does FSR 4. So that's pretty good. I mean, that's literally a tie for me. I just don't know why on that AMD you can actually change the sharpness, but maybe once there's native support in that game for AMD. Oh, there is pretty much native support in there, because you apply it from the adrenaline app, but I don't think it don't show up in the menu. So maybe if it was showing up in the menu, would you? But you can still. I just don't understand that, why some games you can't change the sharpness for NVIDIA, and even with XeSS, it just makes me wonder: are they trying to hide? I don't know. Does it bug out? As I said, I do think it bugs out DLSS if it becomes too sharp. So I just think deeply into stuff like that. It just makes me wonder why. But is it obviously the VRAM stuff? NVIDIA do use less VRAM before frame generation, so, but then it does add like over 1 GB of extra VRAM once you put frame generation on. But then ray reconstruction does do them a favour, like in Indiana Jones, like that. I bet AMD use more VRAM overall for that game, because I think the 4080 Super you can actually get possibly the ultra texture pool, and with you couldn't do that before the ray reconstruction, because I've tried it out myself, because it kept running out of VRAM. But ray reconstruction might have done enough to allow that 4080 to max the game out a bit more for the texture pool. So yeah, I mean, it's swings and roundabouts, really. Literally that. But as I say, I haven't got an agenda against NVIDIA. I'm literally trying to enjoy the experience, to be honest. And it is no doubt DLSS 4 is a lot better. I'm just curious about a few things. I'm actually looking forward to looking at The Last of Us Part 2, because I'm literally probably a couple of chapters away from the end. Maybe even less than that, I don't know. But I just want to finish it off on the 4090, because just to see what the differences are at full in 40p. Because I mean, FSR 4 is impressive, so I just want to see for myself, because I don't believe stuff until I actually check out for myself. Right. Just to have that reassurance. Right, here we go. So, DLSS. Oh, for some reason it always does that. Alright, so the transform model should be on. See, it's blanked out, so I don't know why. Don't know why that happens there. Anyway, DLSS 4 is meant to be sharper. So we'll have a look. This, it does look sharper actually. So we just talk.
Going round in circles trying to find something sturdy enough to withstand the fire of the engines, but light enough not to sink
That
the
does
ship.
look sharp.
Should have bothered old Tone sooner. If anyone knows something I don't, it'll be him.
No, that don't look good. It looks overly sharp. What's going on here? Yeah, it looks overly sharp to me. So not. That is weird. All right.
Mid might need some help tidying up that workshop.
Not sure what's I mean, I might. We could uninstall Optiscaler. Yeah, that looks a bit overly sharp to me. What I'll do. Yeah, it's easy for me to install it again on the. So we go into the thing because I don't know if that's fucking some shit for Nvidia with that. So we'll uninstall Optiscaler. So remove Optiscaler. Right. So we'll get rid of that. I don't want to do an unfair test or anything. So that is removed now. Right. Alright, so we've got this so we've got the latest preset on there. So I think I might know the issue, but I don't want to say it just yet. Well, I will say it. I do think it's probably too overly sharp, and I'm wondering if I take that transformer model off, if it might actually look better, but it's going to be more blurry. So I don't know if that's going to be the case, but I did, as I said in Rebirth, I did notice the hair was overly sharp, like it's all pixelated look, and it will get better at 4K. But I was like, this is why you got to try both. You got to try it, and oh, right, that actually looks better now, right? Or does it? Well, it definitely, yeah, it looked more pixelated. Oh, that's good then, because that didn't look good at all. So, mate, so Optiscaler is probably could be bugging that, yeah. Yeah, that does look better now. So Optiscaler's doing something to that.
Mid might need well-meaning souls
Right.
to leave her alone. She has.
Because that looked just very pixelated and saying off with it.
She likes it.
Yeah, to be fair, that looks alright. So that is weird because all Optiscaler does is update the files, but because that looked bloody weird looking at his face, but that looks nice and sharp. I quite like that, to be fair. So I don't know if that's been improved. So that's at quality. Oh, I don't. Nvidia must have updated something in their driver because I do remember it was looking. There was still a blurry look to it, and now I was thinking, fucking hell, what they done there? Because that looks too bloody sharp. Like it looks really so sharp when I first loaded this game up. So what I'll do, I'm gonna have to uninstall Optiscaler. It won't take much work anyway. All I've got to do is just remove it, and I know how to install every game. I'll remember it. So anyway, that looks alright, to be fair. So I mean, even quality looked good because quality was looking more blurry. DLAA looked alright. Alright, well that's good then. So I could literally play that on Nvidia and not have to worry about the image quality. So the next one, I didn't even. So I won't have to do it on this game with Optiscaler because that's literally in the app. So nothing should bug that. It's probably gonna have to. I'm probably gonna have to do shaders. Alright, well that was a bit of a weird one, wasn't it? So what we do, we have reset. This is what I usually do. So now it's on DLSS. Alright, I don't know why they put this shit on from default. Fucking VSync. So go into the app. I think I've done it anyway. Yeah, because I've already done it. So we will load this game up. They don't usually take as long with shaders. Uncharted and The Last of Us Part 1 took bloody ages with shaders. Yeah, I mean, looking at that, I mean, once it fixed itself, I'd say that's a tie as well. To be honest, looking at FSR 4 in that, there might be a slight difference. I mean, I'd say maybe DLSS 4 is overly sharp, a tad overly sharp, but it's alright. I mean, it's a lot better than DLSS 3 was. So, I mean, it's definitely so much better, DLSS 4. So, that's good. Right, so now, probably gonna have to. So what I'll do the same settings. What's going on there? Alright. Don't know why they do 8 when you should have that at 16 at 1440p. But I do like comparing differences and all that. Alright, so these were the settings I had. That's on DLAA. Well, I didn't have that because I've been playing at native FSR 4, so I'm going to do that. Alright, so that's the default sharpness, is it? Oh, so that's interesting. So Ah, so that is the default sharpness for DLSS, is it? Wait a minute, let me just back up. Alright. Well, I thought it was no, the default sharpness, so that's confused me a bit. So people were complaining it was overly sharp, so now it's in the middle of 5. Because I wanted to do a fair test, so I'm not sure why. What's going on here? But I mean, I was playing at 3, so I'll do it on 3 because I've been playing on 3 since they done that hotfix. So I don't know if that's. So I'll just compare it from the same sharpness I've been using. I mean, that's a bit weird to me. Anyway, I think everything else is pretty much how I had it. Yeah. So. We'll have a look at this. Shaders. We'll just compare the image quality. Well, they definitely look good at 40 and 40p, both DLSS 4 and FSR 4. Typicals, I'm in a art scene here.
Ambush! Ambush! Search the perimeter. Someone's out there.
Alright. Looks like I'm going to have to do it, just to have a good look. Alright, so I've got silence up.
Keep your eyes open.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I got him in there.
Man.
Keep it up!
Alright.
Over here!
Like that.
Okay.
Alright, so what other weapons we got? Rifle. Alright, so it's a bit difficult to compare it anything. I mean, looks pretty similar to be honest at first glance, but It's not like I can check out much at the moment. Maybe 5 is I think it does look a tad more blurry actually. I don't know if see, I've altered the sharpness, so let's go to 5. Yeah, that I'd say that looks better. 5 sharpness. So as we saw, there was a sharpness problem on the DLSS 4, and for some reason on AMD it was at 0 for FSR 4 sharpness, and this started off on 5. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's the optimal setting for DLSS 4. But yeah, it looks alright to me, to be fair. I mean, if we go to 10, yeah, that's too short. So go to 6. Oh. Alright, so this it. 6. Is that 6 or 5 for me? I think 6 might be the best for me. Yeah, I think I like 6. So I'd say, for me personally, I'd be going with 6 for that. And yeah. I think that looks alright. It's annoying when you can't really compare it properly when you're fucking worried about getting shot. Anyway, let's just get these fuckers out. Right. Struggling for bloody ammo. Ah. Oh. Oh, that. Oh. Oh, that. Get some cover. Got an arrow.
Motherfucker! Right there!
Oh, that dip charge up. Oh, I'm gonna have to work my way around it. I wonder if there's any loot in there. Yeah, there we go. Oh, there would be. Be out of the range that. Have that.
Got you.
Anyone's here? Where the fuck is she? Nothing to see upstairs.
Ah, ammo at last.
Any sign of her?
Nothing over here. By the couch! Hey!
Ah, then where are you? Have that.
Right in here! Keep it up!
Ah! What a shot that was. Oh, there's an error up there. Why can't I get that?
Come on. Don't
Oh,
stop
there we go.
now.
Right, so what's that? Yeah, there's so fucking many of them. That was ridiculous. Right, so we need to do that. Alright, so let's patch ourselves up. Oh, I think we're fairly safe now. Alright, so yeah, I'd say 6 is about. Look at her face on her. That's well, it's getting some light, but yeah, I'd say the image quality looks pretty good, to be fair. Hard to see with all the blood on her face, but yeah, so for me, there's really not much in it if I'm comparing FSR 4 to a DLSS 4. Really not, so that is impressive. We got down here. I'll have to look at some more games in another video. Spider-Man's another one I want to look at. Anyway, I better say this because it's gonna be too long otherwise rendering it. So yeah, I mean there's a few. The sharpness seems to be just confusing me a bit. Why it was on 5 for Nvidia and 0 on AMD, but you can adjust it on that game anyway, so it's not the end of the world. From what I could see, there weren't too much of a difference really. I mean that literally, I'd say that was a tyre. At first that didn't look good, but then once I uninstalled Optiscale, I think it might have bugged out. It looked nice and sharp on there. So that, from what I remember of DLSS 3, that is a lot better. No, it seems to be looking better. I've already tried that, but I will have another look at it. I mean, the hair did look over pixelated, so I could go in that next time. Where is it? Nvidia profile there. I could have a look at. So yeah, so that is all for now. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.